Alright, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X-2. Today we're headed to Kilika to see what the trouble is there. I'm sure it has something to do with their faith and fiends and kind of like Besaid. So first I'm going to pull up the PR mission stuff, and we're going to do that like normal. Also gonna collect some treasure. Nothing too important, just some remedies and other stuff. You're gonna have to get to the other side, which best way to do that is to do it like that. Really should be putting like some music over this section, but whatever. Oh! As of right now, as you can probably tell by the video time as well, I got my above 15 minutes time limit back. So, I'm happy about that. Anyway, you're going to want to ride down the river this way, because you have a possibility of not being able to complete the PR mission if you don't do it that way, because you'll be thrown into a cutscene if I remember correctly. You also won't get all this fabulous treasure! I always forget that treasure chest, but I think it had a light curtain in it. It's not too bad. One more treasure chest. Want to head over here, talk to this guy right there. And then the guy up there. Up on the top, sitting in front of the hut. Now let's pay a visit to Donna. Ever since Bartello left, she's been all down and stuff.
My. What brings you here?
We heard fiends were coming from the temple.
And you just had to come running.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I'm not even so sure there are any fiends.
You haven't checked?
I'm in the Youth League. Do you think they'd let me in the temple?
Maybe if you ask nicely.
So now what? We giving up? Let's take a look first.
You'll never get near the temple. The Youth League's blockaded the forest entrance. As they should. We can't have those temple vermin crawling into town now, can we? Besides, it spares me from having to see that sulky face.
Sulky face? Bartello?
Of course,
You miss
he's
him,
with
don't
me yet,
you?
and so naturally he's in the temple. But then it's really none of my business.
Then we'll make it
Uh-huh.
ours. Besides, I'm worried about the fiends.
If you want to go that badly, I won't stop you. But they're turning people away at the gate.
You look like you have an idea.
I've got it. I'll
Please share.
distract one of the guards. That's your chance to run through.
Alright. Not too hard, right?
I knew she was worried about him.
Sorry about that. Kind of clearing my throat.
I think it's working!
That leaves one.
Yeah,
Let's
work
wait
it,
for a
Donna.
chance and
Work
take
it. Distract those guards. Alright, so we need to rush the gate. Here are the controls. Pretty simple. But we need to make sure we can't get caught. This is a pretty easy little... I don't want to call it a mini-game, but it kind of is a mini-game. It's not too difficult. It just kind of makes you kind of feel hectic for a second, because I don't know what happens if you lose. I've never lost this, so... Yeah, we don't need practice. We're awesome. So, they won't let the old lady in. No, no way. He's turned around anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, this guy looks promising. Alright, so he's turned around. Oh, no, now he's looking at the... He's looking at the... No, he turned around. Go! 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 Yeah! And I think if you're successful, you get this Bushido lore, which we can't use right now because we don't have the samurai dress sphere. But normally, I thought it might be a garment grid, or garment grid. But no, it's an accessory that lets you use your Bushido techniques on whatever. Which I think is kind of a waste of accessory space because there's probably better things you can do.
Yo, what are you doing?
Bushido is not necessarily the best fighting in this game.
There's a hidden path.
Certainly it has its good points, but it's not the strongest. Warrior's very good, Berserker's pretty good. Actually, Berserker's really good. If you could use stuff from your trainer, that would be awesome, but I don't think there's anything for that. Regardless, we're now in the woods. And it's burning down. Because everybody thinks, if it's a problem, kill it with fire. Which, actually that's what I do a lot of the time too. What is it? It doesn't have a weakness. Fire Raga! Blah! Yeah. Killing it with fire seems to work fairly good if it doesn't have a weakness. And even if it does have a weakness, kill it with fire. Unless it eats it. Not that that's a hint to anything that's coming up on the next part. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, we can't get through that way. Gotta remember what Donna said, though. She said, go through the trees. And holy crap, that is a queen coral. We're not fighting you. I don't want to fight you. I guess we're gonna fight it. Yeah, there are now queen corals now in the woods. Blizzaraga is a good technique. Queen coral just used the Blizzaraga on me, but almost all flying things are weak to ice. At least I think so. That might just be Pokemon just being like, Pokemon! Ice beats flying stuff! Which is a very good possibility, because I've played that series way too much, that the type weaknesses and everything in that game has been ingrained into my psyche, making me think that's the way everything works. So just to put that out for future games, if any time I'm like, oh, it's a flying thing, I'm gonna hit it with thunder or ice, that's just a reference to Pokemon, that I won't be able to shake that. We couldn't get out through the other way.
Hi there.
We have these guys again. Just kind of showing you guys that they're not that much hard, or they're not hard anymore. We kind of can beat them, no problem. I hope I can get it down again before it gets off a death blast. Yeah, it looks like we can. Which is good.
So what's next?
I don't quite remember what you steal from them, but it may not be a bad idea. The Star Pendant is from the, that's not a Vespa, but that's it's another type of wasp enemy. I don't necessarily remember what its name is, but you got it from that. Star Pendants, negate poison. Which are very good for,
Donna said there was
Yojimbo, if you want to go and look at it. Which actually, you could come here before you do all of that. Just putting that out there. You do have a chance. Oh, wait. I may want to rephrase that. I don't know if you get the same events, but you do have a chance to go to every place, so you might have another chance. If you're going to do it that way, I would save first before I make a backup save, and then try it. But it might work. Or you could just be like me and be like, poison, we can deal with it, no problem. Or just train up on Vespa, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Or sinks it in some cases. We could still get into random battles here. It's just the soldiers that we fought before. But now that we're a higher level, and they're not a higher level, let's see how easily we can shred them with, say, like, fire! And you were supposed to one-shot them. That's what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to go One shot them. That's one of the main things why Berserker is actually very good. Intimidate, which you can put slow on something. Which is very, very handy. I guess these guys are immune to it, which is kind of lame. But whatever. On the topic of video length, how I can go over 15 minutes, I'm still gonna try to keep my videos around 15 minutes. Which actually, I'll go back to live comment. I'll try to go back. Try is keyword. To go back to kind of live-ish commentary, you know. Because now I don't have to worry about whether exactly I can get to the end of, or if I can get a nice place to put everything in. And here we have the fire breathers, or not the fire breather, flamethrower, finest, Yevon finest, that's what it is. I'll try it for the next projects that I do. I'll try to do live commentary. Also hope somebody would give me a comment on this. Do you guys like the intros, or should I just kind of leave those out? Do it more of a verbal thing, even if I do live commentary, which that would be more like, I'm a fan of Datai, which you can find him on my subscriber page, or if you look for my subscriptions, or I think he might be in my cool channels to check out list. He does all of the commentary in a large stream, but then in editing he puts in a, hey guys, well, hello folks, welcome back to insert game title here. Which I could do that too, instead of the intro thingy robs. You two are really being pains. Meet Fist. Or I guess in Riku's case, roundabout kick. Heel kick. We're almost to the temple, so everything's okay. And we can kind of tell that it may be a problem, because the fire is blue. Which, if we all know from Avatar, Azula is evil and she does blue fire, so obviously this means something evil is about, right? Right? New mission. Not that we didn't get one like long ago to go save the temple, but we gotta get rid of the fiends. A couple haunts here, which apparently bullets can stop haunts. Well, actually, we knew that before because you could kill it with a gunner. All right, another thing. You know in that cutscene, they had like machine guns. It was like, yes, that's my impression of a cutscene. That's my impression of a cutscene. Yeah, my impression of a machine gun. Okay, so they have a machine gun there. We just fought a bunch of them before. They had like rifles. Boom. Had to reload and everything. Boom. What kind of happened? Why do they have like a machine gun then and not one now? It's a little dark in here. I'm kind of sorry for that. It's just kind of how the Dazzle records. Actually, it's kind of how almost all of the capture cards record. They can't record darkness all that well. But if you can't see anything, I've played through this part numerous amount of times. If you have a question on what something is in the darkness, if you can't see it, I'll explain it. Just leave a comment. And yeah. Obviously, Yevon has no problem with Mach. How'd they get the Machina down there? They have a lift that's like tiny. How'd they get? Game. And here's a mini-boss. Kind of. This is a Deva. We fought it before in the Forgotten Fayth, the cavern crypt. I don't really remember what it's called, what the official name is called. The Fayth of Yojimbo, that mission, the tourist trap, that stuff. We fought it there. Same basic moves. Here's actually the scan on it. Weak to Holy, 3200 HP. Not too bad. Can be darkness, but it's a magic caster, so it doesn't matter. Has haste on it itself already. Its techniques don't really hurt that much, especially to Yuna, because she's well, one, a mage, which means she has better magic defense. Two, has the Tetra ward band on it. 1600 damage. That's good. No pity 500-ish. And now you're gone. And we learned Flame Tongue. Yay! Pain learned that a long time ago. Oh, Bartello has seen better days.
Martello?
I'll be okay.
The fiends?
We're holding them off, somehow. They're coming from inside. One after another. Oh!
No dirty jokes, anybody. That was wrong phrasing, Square, but no dirty jokes, anybody.
The town, they'll reach Donna!
They won't.
Thanks.
Donna wants to see you. Well, she didn't come right out and say it, but you can kind of tell.
I want to see her too. Even if we believe different things, I'll always feel the same about her. The time of the summoners may have passed, but I will always be Donna's guardian. I live only to protect her.
And you can say that with a straight face.
Donna!
Will we be able to save the village? Find out next time on the next episode of Final Fantasy X-2. I'm Dr. Chelcom. See you guys later.